Hello, everyone. Uh, Jason Shields here with JasonTShields.com. And I can see myself and I look a little pixelated. I'm using a new camera. So and I hope that you guys can hear me because I'm not sure if the, yeah, it's on. So, but hi guys, hello, three people. Welcome. I apologize for last night. It was crazy. Uh, Tried to get things working and power crack going on, all that other stuff. How many of you are sleepy? Hey Anthony, hi, welcome. Uh, and guys, you guys can tell me if I'm pixelated or if it's okay. I'll play it back and hopefully it'll look nice. But welcome, Anthony. Um, so yeah, the thing is last night with the whole crack going on with the computer and shit like that. I was like, okay, I just need to reschedule it. So I went for Wednesday, and then people said, oh, let's do it tonight. I'm thinking, why the hell not, right? We just came out of new moon and the new moon in Pisces, and now we're out of that, and the moon is officially waxing to full. It's in its waxing phase. So it's really interesting. So it's gonna be a really interesting talk because the thing is it was new moon in Pisces, and now we're going into the waxing phase, starting in the sign of Aries. So it's kind of if you've heard me talk before, Aries is actually the first sign. It's what we call the first of the zodiac year and so forth. So, but yeah. Last night I was like, well, okay, I can't broadcast, so fuck it. I'll just. And I was tired. How many of you have been tired? I was just really like lethargic, and I just ended up, yeah, sleeping. I had Seinfeld on my phone. Seinfeld, yeah, and I just slept. And I actually had a good night's sleep. So here I am. But let me see. What was I going to start with? Well, of course, welcome, guys. If you have any questions, since there's just a few of you here, because I didn't expect a lot of people to show up tonight because of the whole mix-up. I am going to be doing a more thorough video of some of this intense, what I call astro weather coming up, the astrology forecast that I have with Mercury, and it's entering Pisces, the sign of Pisces, for a while, and it's conjuncting with Neptune, so that's some heavy shit coming up here. And it's also doing some other stuff as well. So, hi Sheila and Sheila. I had to say hi to Sheila and welcome to to welcome her baby Foster. Can I show them baby Foster's? She just had a baby, and he's a Pisces, and but I'm not sure if I can get. Let's see. Shayla just had a baby, and his name's Foster, and he is such. He's gonna be a little shit. But anyway, yeah. It's been a crazy weekend. It's gonna be getting crazier. So just hang on to your hats, kids. Part of what was I going to talk about first? Because um, it was it was funny. I was talking to a college friend on the phone just the other day, and she reminded me of when I first started doing readings at the college. So I would go and hey Tony, I love you too. Uh, I would go to, I went to Ball State to get my bachelor's in psychology. So that's when I was I was starting to do the psychic medium readings and putting myself out there. And it was hilarious because how I did it was back in the day. You can't do that now. But back in the day, I actually, I was like, I had to be so creative. I had, at the time, I was making jewelry and doing that. I don't know if any of you know about the sculpey or the sculpey, the clay that you know, all different colors that you kind of, you know, mix together, and then you make little beads out of, and then you um, bake them, and then you make little beads and stuff. Well, the funny thing is I would go to garage sales and pick up old jewelry and stuff, and I'd resell it. But what I would do is I would recycle it. So I'd take like maybe like a big huge ass earring that could be used as a pendant, and so I would cut it off and make it a pendant, and then add like beads to it and all that, and just make original creations. So I would go out on the lawn of North Quad, okay, and I'd have this like huge board of jewelry that I had pinned up on there, and then I made a sign that said psychic medium readings, and if I remember, I had taken get this, it was a log that had been chopped for firewood, but I took it and I sanded it down, and you know how you can buy those letters that you put on your mailbox to say, you know, 101 South Street or whatever. Well, I chose gold, and I said psychic medium readings, and then of course I think I decoupaged it. I was such a creative little shit back then. But it worked, and so people started coming and sitting down, and they would see me reading the cards, and I don't think I was charged. I didn't think I charged. I was just accepting love offerings, and because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to uh, get the practice and stuff. So it was funny. I can remember a few people who would be smart asses. You know, you always get the turd in the punch bowl. And I remember this dumb shit. Well, actually, there were a bunch of dumb shits. It was the track and field guys that they were running past, and I don't know how they saw my sign, but one of them, because there's a group of people looking at my jewelry and watching me read the cards, and one of the assholes said, "Hey, I got a question for you. How big is my cock?" And I was a smart ass. Immediately, I said, 2 inches, little man." And of course, you can hear the other guys laughing at him. Well, what was it? The next day, I was there. No, it was the next day after that. They ran by, and didn't say a word. So it was kind of funny how I always had to come back. Back in those days. So yeah, and that's kind of how I got my start in a way because I would put myself out there. And the other funny one was, and thank God my parents are not watching this, because they would fucking freak. But then, of course, I'm not worried about my family because they don't really watch my stuff, and thank God. But Cheryl, my other sister, I used to work with her at the North Quad as a custodian, and so she had these big garage sales in Muncie at her mom's house, and so I would bring my jewelry there. I would make about no shit back in the 90s. This was like mid 90s. I would make anywhere from $100 to $200 a day just selling the jewelry out there, and that was a shit ton of money back then. I can't believe I'm saying that. So anyway, so I was there with my at the rummage sale. She said, "Yeah, bring the jewelry over." My jewelry was New Age esque or whatever you want to call it. It was New Age, and and one of the things that I had done was, and I'm so proud of this. I wish I'd saved it, but those wind chimes. Well, the sun and moon wind chimes I got like for $4 at Michael's craft store, or what's the other one? Anyway, and what I do is I cut the chime, the little moons and the suns, and I use those for pendants. And so yeah, I have my Jason Shields collection. Maybe I should start doing that anyway. But this woman, I'm there with my jewelry, and I'm also offering tarot readings because my sister Cheryl, she's like, yeah, why not? If you can make some money off of it or to practice, do it. So this woman comes up, and she's a fundamentalist Christian. Okay, not that there's anything wrong with that, but judgy, pudgy. Yeah, she was pudgy. Judgy pudgy, and she's like, you're going to hell for that, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You need to beg, get on your knees for and beg for your forgiveness for Jesus. And so of course I was a smart ass back then, still am. And I said, well, honey, I get on my knees for certain people. And of course, she's looking at me like, what is he talking about? I said, and then she said, yeah, you need to be praying to God for your forgiveness. She was walking away from me, spouting all this crap, judgmental crap. I said, yeah, I'll do that after I finish getting off to Satan's. Well, I actually used the word masturbation. After I masturbate to Satan's chanting. So anyway, of course, she's like, well, I never. And I said, yeah, you never will with that hairstyle. And that was another thing. But anyway, that's the one of my past stories. But yeah, I have there are a dime a dozen. So the thing is that I wanted to talk to you guys about the spiritual lesson before we get into the really interesting astrology that's coming up is the concept of lucid dreaming. How many of you, well, I'm sure most of you aren't in here, watch Netflix? I've been watching Behind Her Eyes. And it is an amazing, it is really an amazing, it's like a mini show or a mini series type thing. And It's about astral projection and lucid dreaming. And the thing, I'm going to kill, let's see here. For some reason, the Microsoft, I'm not going to say her name, but she just thought she'd pop up. Dumb bitch. And it's like, did I say your name? I hate those things like SIRI and all that crap. Anyway, so, but this is a really cool series called Behind Her Eyes, and it's about lucid dreaming. So, lucid dreaming is where you are in control of your dreams. You see the light back there, that's my neighbor. So it's like when you go into your dreams, when you're dreaming, it's like you gain awareness that you're dreaming, and you can do all kinds of things. You know, if you have a nightmare, you can change the nightmare. You can slay the dragon, whatever. So yeah, it's that. Now, astral travel is where you leave your consciousness leaves your body, okay? And you can pretty much go anywhere in the world, anywhere in the universe, even into the past. I've had clients who have said that they've gone into the past. I've had clients say that they've actually gone to the present and watched. It's kind of perverted. Well, they're like spiritualistic, spiritual warriors, that which I kind of found hilarious. So I'm going to move back here. Maybe the autofocus will work better. So yeah. That's what that is. It's leaving your body. It's your consciousness leaving your body and visiting like other realms and so forth. So Behind Her Eyes, it's kind of a slow, what do they call that? Slow burner, or it's kind of slow to really it takes like 2 or 3 episodes, but yeah, it's worth it. And the main characters are, I forget his name. He's a British or Scottish actor, hot as hell. He's married to this really weird, quirky wife who has learned how to do the astral projection. And then the third character is the psychiatrist's secretary. And so it's kind of like a triangle. I won't give it away, but yeah, the other one that I have to recommend is the OA. Okay, as in O. I'm not even going to say her name. That damn bitch. I'll just say O as in Olivia. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, but no, I'm gonna say Oprah Winfrey, bitch. If you want to know why I don't like her, just ask. But I'm not gonna waste my time. I can't. So, and then the OA, it stands for the original angel, but it's the OA. Okay, so. It's all about other dimensions and consciousness, and the first episode is kind of like a long one, but it's good. I've watched it twice, I think maybe 3 times now, because it's just so good. And they have 2 seasons, and then of course they canceled the third, but it's worth watching both seasons because it makes you think about what's really out there. It's really good. And if you guys have any like really cool Netflix or just shows in general. I started the Handmaid's Tale, but I need to get back into it. I just need to sit my ass down and chill and watch it. Maybe I'll watch some more of it tonight. What I have seen of it is like, oh my goddess. It's like, okay, Handmaid's Tale today. With the fucking masks and all that crap. It scares the shit out of me. But anyway, but yeah. There's just some good ones. But what astral projection is, I was when I was a young kid, 7, 8, I was able to lucid dream. The reason why I'm talking about lucid dreaming right now, and then in conjunction with astral travel, is the two are one leads to the other, right? So if you can gain lucidity, which one of my favorite songs is Silent Lucidity. I forget, of course, I forget the artist. Let's see, Derek and Afterlife. Okay. So Tony says to watch Derek and Afterlife. All right, I'm gonna put that on my list. So yeah, maybe I'll start Afterlife tonight. Yeah, again, with the new moon in Pisces, just a while ago, we're now in the waxing phase in Aries, which is good, but we're still going through a lot of like spiritual sludge from the past 4 days. Okay, so yeah, I'll get there. So yeah. So the lucid dreaming. Think about it this way. When I was a child, and I don't know how, maybe it's a past life thing, maybe it's a spirit guide thing, but I can remember being in my bed at night and closing my eyes and saying, I want to ride in a hot air balloon. I kid you not. And so that's how I did. And I went to sleep and I would wake up in a hot air balloon. It was so freaking cool. And I would do that, not every night, but it was whenever I could think about it. But that was kind of semi-lucid. It was kind of, I was kind of in control of my dreams, but I wasn't because I was just a kid, so I didn't really know how. But as I grew older, I don't know if any of you remember the Nightmare on Elm Street series. I'm not talking about the new one or the newer versions, which suck balls. It was the one with the original Freddy Krueger back in the 80s. And people, it's really funny because it's like, oh my God, Jason, that scared the crap out of me. I actually loved it. All right. I did not get scared. I was like, this is so cool because these people are in control of their dreams and, or at least they're aware of their dreams. Even though Freddy Krueger, the monster, the burned man with the knives for fingers, the glove, which I had one Halloween, I loved it. He would go after them in their dreams, and obviously, if he kills you in your dreams, you die in real life. Now, of course, that's not true, but that was the premise of the entire series, and I think they had like 8 or 6 or 7. Freddy's back, or Freddy's Revenge, and all that. But the theme of those movies and why I loved them so much was in the end, the protagonist, the hero or the heroine, gains control of her dreams and just kick the shit out of Freddy Krueger, which is the burned guy. The you can call him a monster, but he was a human uh, child molester. He would kill children and all that. So yeah, very bad person. So that got me to thinking, as I grew up into my late teens, about lucid dreaming, and then that's when I had my first astral projection experience, which was completely unplanned. And yeah, it's like I was sleeping in bed, and I wake up, and I go to the bathroom, which is the hot bath that was in my own bedroom. But the door is shut, and I go to open it. My hand goes right through it, and I'm thinking, okay, oh shit. And I turn back around, and I see my body laying there on the bedroom bed. And so I'm thinking, oh fuck, am I dead or what's going on? And then immediately that jarred me back into my body. Okay, so that's one form of astral projection, and you can teach yourself to do that, but obviously that topic's too big for right now. One thing that you can do, I'll teach you, and it's actually ironically in the series Behind Her Eyes, is yeah, if you have a watch, great. If you don't, act like you have one. But it's frequently throughout the day, just to remind you to ask yourself, am I awake? All right. So the premise is you count your fingers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you pinch yourself, okay, and you say, "Am I awake?" And then you look at your watch or your hands, okay, and you do that like every hour or whenever you can think about it, okay. I actually did that years ago, and that would help me achieve more of a lucidity in my dreams. I could fly, I could do all kinds of stuff. Um, so that's what are the practical applications for this? I've used it to practice speeches in front of like a crowd of 20,000 people in the dream. All right. I've used it to, well, hell, you can use it to have sex. I mean, hello, with whoever you want to. I mean, it's your dream, right? You can go to other dimensions. You can meet with your guides. You can actually meet with your loved ones who have crossed over. So yeah, there's a lot of implications for this. It's mainly, and especially when your kids, um, even the younger ones, are having bad dreams, you can teach them that trick. Of counting their fingers, throughout the day. Of course, I wouldn't have them do that at school for obvious reasons. But yeah, count your fingers, pinch yourself, and ask yourself, "Am I awake?" And then either look at your watch or look at at your hands. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but it does work. But you have to do it often. So yeah, that's my thinking. That's my thinking about that. I would like to know in the chat, and even those of you who are rewatching this broadcast, comment in this section below if you're rewatching. What would you do if you could go anywhere in the astral plane or even in the world, because again, there's different places that you can visit when you're out of your body. So once you achieve lucidity in your dreams, you're like, shit, I'm dreaming. I'm not in my body, because when we're in the dream state, we're in the astral realm. Then we can go other places, like in the world. Okay, we can meet people. So we used to have a dream group where it was like 3 or 4 of us back in college, and we would say, okay, we're going to meet at this location in the dream. All right, so it might have been like at the the big oak tree at North Quad. I do remember that, and we would, you know, we would practice on gaining lucid or awareness in the dream, and then it'd be like, okay, I'm awake. It's this date, and now I need to go meet them at the oak tree on North Quad, and it would happen. It wouldn't happen all the time, but yeah, really cool stuff. It just shows we're all connected. We all have that field of energy around us that's really it's amazing. It's the force. The force is with you. So yeah. All right. Get go get on my dad and go on vacation. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You can get your dad. Say, hey dad, this is where I want to go. Let's go. For a log cabin in the mountains. I'll actually meet you guys there. Just let me know where, Tony. Okay, before anything, let's get to the astrology. A lot of stuff is happening, people. So, okay, now let me. Oh, come on. So, all right. We just got done with new moon in Pisces, and Pisces is it's a great sign. It's a psychic sign. It's the sign of the unconscious, the collective of all of us, how we're all connected, and our task tonight is to pay attention to when the moon is in a particular sign, and knowing where the moon is holding space will help you fine tune your intentions. So that's what the new moon is all about. So even though we're in Aries, the new we're still in the new moon phase, even though that the moon is waxing in its waxing phase right now in Aries. We still have that little lingering effect. So think of the new moon as a time to set your intentions for what you want. Okay, over the next maybe less than 2 weeks. Or the long term, and think of it as the time to plant the seed. Okay, so that's why I say write down your intentions, petition the heavens, and put out your wishes to the universe or to God. The thing with this, what makes this a perfect new moon is this is where we can use it for forgiveness work. With the new moon in Pisces, it's kind of going out of Pisces. Of course, it's now beginning its waxing cycle. It's getting back in touch with your compassionate healing side, especially to yourself. And if you've been dealing with burnout, like me, use you can use this time for healing. I did that yesterday. Yeah, I had a couple of readings, but in a way, I'm kind of glad that the blackout or the crap with the technology was going crazy, because I needed, my soul, I guess, needed that break, and I took. I mean, I slept and I watched um, TV on my whatever iPad, whatever. But yeah, it's a time to do that, especially in Pisces. So what is really interesting with this cycle, moon cycle, is very powerful in that now that it's waxing, okay, we're in Aries. So think of Aries as the beginning, okay? We're coming up March 20th, March 20th, March 21st. We're going to be going into Aries, which is technically, literally, the first of the year in astrology. So it's not January 1st, it's Aries. It's March 20th, 21st. Kind of depends on when the sun ingresses into that sign. So the reason what is so yeah, as it's waxing, we're starting in the first sign, Aries, and then Taurus, and then Cancer, or I'm sorry, Gemini, and then Cancer, and so forth. So here's the thing: the initiation phase. It's over. Let me see here. It's over the next day. That it's going to be in Aries, and then it goes into Taurus for about 2 days, 2.5 days, and so forth. With this waxing cycle until the full moon. This is during the waxing part is when you start to take action. So after tonight, which of course that fucking daylight savings time with spring, it kicks my ass. I don't know about you, but yeah. So we're dealing with that crap, but we're also dealing with that Piscean energy that we've been subject to with the new moon. It's a fresh start, fresh intentions, but it's like it's a nice kind of lazy type moon, new moon. But yeah, it's to set your intentions. Normally, it's setting your intentions for your spiritual life. So this kind of goes into setting your intentions. Let's say that you want to make some more money. Well, I hear Miss Daisy May. It's setting your intentions for your spiritual life. So it's like, okay, set your intentions for to meditate more, to have a more of a focused attitude towards what's behind your wants and desires, okay? To make sure that is what you want. It's important because the law of attraction has to do with spirit. It has to do with your spiritual backing, your spiritual energy, all right? So if you don't have that, plus feeling, which is, that's right, it's coming up here, guys, Neptune, yeah. We're gonna have a lot of feeling coming up here. Let's see, this is the 14th. Oh yeah, lots of feeling. So get ready. This is why we're doing this tonight. So yeah, you have to have a spiritual backing in order to manifest your physical reality, because it's like, okay, my soul does desire material things, but I have to connect with my soul on a Piscean level. All right, that means I have to kind of dig through. If I have to dig through my past lives, okay, or if I just have to dig through my subconscious and say, okay, Jason, why do you want that much money, and what are you going to use it for? Or why do you want a new car? Well, because mine currently is, I've had it since 2003, and I keep having to put money into it. So, yeah, that's, I'm just going to share that with you. That's what I'm working on. But yeah, it's connecting with your spirit. But then now that we're in Aries, the moon is in Aries, and you can go on to any, just type in moon cycles, moon in the signs. It will show you where the moon is, and how it relates to you. So so yeah, now that we're going into Aries, this is where we take that initiation. So like tonight, I'm freaking jazzed. Okay, and by the way, I have my notes on the screen in front of me, so I don't see your, well, shit. I don't see your comments. Maybe I should. I need to just move them over. Hi, Joyce. Welcome. There we go. I'm just going to move you guys over here. So if I see anything popping up with questions, and actually, I'm kind of glad that I moved it over to this screen. I have that two screens, so I'll do like a. I sound so. Uh, I sound so self-important. No, I'm not. I'll give you kind of a tour of my this little studio makeup that I have. So, but I promise I'm going to get to this, and then we're going to do some cards, and I'll take questions, and it'll be that'll be it. And so this is why it's a powerful moon cycle, because normally new moons that don't start out like in Pisces, or sometimes they start in Aries, sometimes they start in what was it last time? Aquarius or Virgo? It was one of the two. So, but this is a particularly powerful one, because we're going through the initial phases, the building phases of the zodiac. So we have Aries, which is the initiator, the spiritual warrior. So the next day or so, call on that spiritual warrior inside of you. If you have a jerk off boss, or a jerk off son or daughter who's giving you shit, now's the time to say, hey, hey, MFer. Well, I'm not saying that to your son or daughter, but just stand up for your rights. Now, as far as so that's Aries. Then we go into Taurus. Let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and like I said, look it up on any moon cycle webpage, and it'll show you which one. And I'll look up the one that I use, and copy and paste it below in the descriptions, so you guys can look at that up. This is the important thing. Tomorrow at 6:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury crosses the cusp of Pisces, the sign of Pisces. Yeah, we get some more of this Piscean energy. Woo! Yeah, I'm not. It's like I'll be so glad when we can let. No offense, Shayla's baby is a Pisces, but he is. Mr. Foster is going to be a very psychic baby, because I just know that. So yeah, so he's going to be a good Pisces, but this Piscean energy that we have right now. The reason why I'm bringing this up is we have several things happening here. So tomorrow, 6:21 p.m., Mercury crosses the Pisces cusp, that threshold. It's going to be in the sign until April the 3rd. This is going to make your imagination, your creativity, your emotions, like on, from level 1 to level freaking 10 or 11 out of 10. Be aware of that, especially if you're a Pisces, especially if you are a Gemini, because Mercury is connected to Gemini. And I think Virgo too. Yeah, Virgo. So Pisces, Virgos, and Geminis, you really need to prepare yourself, ground yourself through the next. And the thing here's the thing. Let's see. It goes to the exact conjunction on March the 28th. So from tomorrow all the way up to the 28th, which, what is that, like 14? Yeah, 14 days, 2 weeks. It will slowly start to be, you're going to slowly start to see that increase in its energy, okay, until it goes exact on March the 28th. I don't have, it just goes exact on March 20th. The good news is after that, it starts to wane and we start to get back to normal. So, all right. Now, not only that, we have Neptune, wonderful psychic, can be delusional, especially right now with everything that's going on with the moon phases. It's increasing in energy. Neptune goes conjunct with Mercury on the 23rd. We'll make sure, 23rd at 1:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for those of you in California, Cali, it's 3 hours behind, I think. Yeah, because right now it's 8:46 and it's 5:46 your time. So about 1:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on March the 23rd. That's when Neptune and Mercury go conjunct in Pisces. You have Mercury, who's already in Pisces, which leads to, and remember, Mercury is a planet of communication, but he's also perspective, which you perceive. So it's almost like I want to try and tell you guys, don't get too wrapped up into your emotions, okay? If you feel emotional, it's okay. What is it? It's affecting, which house is it affecting though? Actually, it's affecting all the houses because the planets move to the houses every day. So the houses are based on the diurnal movement of the Earth, and so we go through that all the time. Hi, Laura. I like I said, I have my chat over here and my notes here. So so from now until so again, let's recap here, and then I'm going to get into a little bit more. I promise we'll kind of calm down and do some nice cards and kind of center ourselves. So again, Saturday, March the okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. So tomorrow is when Mercury crosses into Pisces. We're not really going to feel too much of that until it's going to kind of build up, and it goes exact conjunction with the Sun of Pisces on March 28th. So March 25th. Well, actually, I'm going to go back. March 24th through the 28th. That's when you're going to feel that the most, okay? And we're talking you Pisceans, you, let me see, what else did I say? Gemini, the communication is like, okay. you're gonna tend to be feeling a little bit more emotional. So it's like if you have like a board meeting or a speech, practice that over and over again. And if you can, make postpone it until after the 28th. Do it the 29th or the 30th of March, if you can. If you can't, practice. So then on March the 23rd, again, Neptune, Mercury, good conjunct. I think I just said that. What happens though with Neptune and Mercury going conjunct in Pisces? Listen up, because Neptune adds that that airy-fairy, just dissolving, emotional kick in your ass, where it's like, okay, so for those of you who have some horny teenagers at home, all right, or hell, every man on the street, both gay, straight, bisexual, this is for us too. It's like, don't get caught up in a new relationship if you're going to be dating around that time. I would advise you not to, because let's say that you're a Don Juan who likes to just screw around. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, it's two consenting adults. But however, you don't really want to, if you're going to meet someone during that time, just try not to fall in love with her or him. And same goes for the women out there who are single. Yeah, it's during this time where imaginations, oh my God, like he is the one. Oh my God, Jason. I guarantee you that during this time, I'm going to get a flood of readings because they're like, Jason, I just need a half an hour because I want to make sure that I just met this guy. Okay, well, here's where I'm going to kind of save you some money. During that time, like I said, let's say 24th through the 28th, okay? Even a little bit before that, if you met someone new around that time and you're like, oh my God, I'm in love, okay? Don't. All right. Have some fun with them, but just have fun, but don't get your emotions enraptured in that. It's and then on Saturday, let's see. Okay, big thing here, guys. Just to add fuel to the fire, I promise there's some good news. I promise. Saturday, March 20th. So that is the spring equinox. That's when we go into Aries, that fire. However, Mercury begins squaring the squaring process to the nodes, what we call the nodes of destiny, which are the north and south nodes of the moon. And this is going to build up over a 5-day period, and it will go exact on Thursday, March the 25th. It's going to be affecting the 4th and the 10th houses for all of us. All right, that's the north and the south node. Okay, I'm saying all of this because this is for the United States. Now, I apologize if you're living in Canada or Zimbabwe or whatever, but this is actually for the United States, which are most of my viewers are from. So the 4th and the 10th houses. 4th house, whatever. 4th and the 10th. 4th is home, family. All right. Also the parent. Well, actually, it's the dad, but then I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, it's home, family. Okay, that's the house. That's the house of harmony. The 10th house has to do with your career. So, what does it mean when Mercury, which is the god of communication, of transmission, and communication, it's listening. What it's doing is it's in Pisces, Neptune. It's doing the whole thing with Neptune crap. What it's going to do is, for those of us, me, myself included, and this is why we're going to prepare. All right, that's why we're preparing. That's why, it's like, okay, you hear a shitty ass weather forecast. What do you do? All right, if you know that there's severe storms coming, well, you make plans, right? You batten up the hatches if it's a hurricane, right? Or if it's a tornado warning or watch, you seek shelter. So yeah, it's not really a negative forecast. It's more, okay, this stuff, these are lessons that we're going to have to learn in family, in the fourth house, and in our career, or actually not necessarily career, but also our public persona. All right, within our career, or just how we project ourselves to the public. So, for those of you, that goes exact on Thursday, March 25th. Again, it's a 5-day period. What happens? Okay, so you're asking maybe what is happening here with the north and the south nodes. It's all about emotions and anxiety. Okay, so if you're not dealing with your shit, all right, this is where I'm going to say, if you need to talk, book an appointment. I'm not saying a reading. You don't need a damn reading. Book an appointment. You can. I mean, if you're in the area and if you're a patient at Right Family Practice, book. Use your insurance. Or if you want to do a private therapy session, like many of my clients do, patients, we can do it here. But it's to face your emotional stuff, what you're going through. This is what the powerful moon cycle that we're going through, the new moon, the Neptune Mercury conjunction, and then the Mercury squaring the north nodes. So again, it's as it squares, it starts on March the 20th. It goes exact, which means at the height of its energy on Thursday, March the 25th. So mark your calendars for that. It's kind of like how they say it's a 90% chance of rain. Well, it's a 90% chance of stormy weather for the emotions. So with Pisces, we're dealing with deep emotions that bubble up to the surface, and that's what Mercury does when it's connected to Neptune, because Neptune's like, okay, well, MFer, I'm going to make you, kind of dissolve a little bit. I'm going to dissolve your energy a little bit, and Mercury kind of gets drunk on the wine of Neptune and says, okay, so Mercury kind of seeps into the that Piscean energy, and up comes all those buried emotions, buried past life memories, even. So it's interesting. Around these times, I get a lot of past life requests. So yeah. So that is your that's your forecast. That's your astrological forecast. Now, what I'll do is, again, Mercury is in Pisces all the way through till April 3rd. So not if, but when I do my next live stream, I will go through Mercury and Pisces for each of the signs. Okay, so how it's going to affect you guys. personally, and so forth. So there you go. And just for time's sake, I do have some extra. I did have some extra stuff on the moon. I'm going to save that for the next broadcast because I don't want to give away all uh, uh, my gems. Right? I'm going to put you guys back here so I can actually see everyone. So it's good to see everyone. So. So yeah, just mark your calendars for those dates, and let me know. You can message me. You can my contact information is down there, through the website. Let me know if you would enjoy a Wednesday night broadcast. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, if those of you who are like, hey, yeah. Wednesday night's cool. Or well, I don't know, Thursday night. The issue that I'm trying not to do is because I got a lot of stuff going on, and I don't want to get burned out. I mean, I love doing these, I really do. It's just that I want to make sure that I'm on, for all of you, so that I can give you the up to date information and know my shit. Because actually today, I like I said yesterday, I slept, and even today, before I even came on, I had to sleep for about an hour because it's this daylight savings time. It's also this Piscean dreamy stuff. So now what I'm gonna how about we do some cards, and then I thought what I would do with you guys as far as the cards go is we're gonna just do the two groups. So I want you to think about group one or group two, and I have what do I have here? I have just two. I have three decks. So I'm going to do group one and group two, and then I'm going to do a very special one called. Actually, I love this guy, Stephen. Of course, Stephen Farmer, the Power Animal Oracle deck, and I thought I would. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I could do one card for each sign. So I don't know, if we have time, we'll do it. If not, then I'll. No, I'm just gonna do it because what the hell, right? That's what we're here for. So group one, group two, for this week. It's the 14th. Can't believe we're almost midway. So where do you? So I wonder how many of you had gotten your stimulus checks. And before I forget, and you can comment wherever. While I'm shuffling, I keep wanting to mention this. It's so freaking hilarious. So I got in trouble on Pinterest. They took down one of my boards, and I am just so verklempt. Yeah. Joyce, right? I haven't received my check. The thing is it was a couple of weeks ago. I get this email from Pinterest saying that we've taken down one of your boards for inappropriate content. And it was my Dark Temptation boards. It's called Dark Temptations because I'm like, well, I'm all about like taboo. I mean, it's not like I put pornographic crap on there. No, you can't. All right, but some Karen, and when I say Karen, I'm not talking about a woman, or actually, you know what? I'm not going to say Karen. I'm going to use Gretchen because I don't know very many Gretchens. I'm going to say some Gretchen because it could be a man or a woman. And I'll say Gretchen after our wonderful, not Gretchen Whitmer. So that bitch. So Gretchen, is going through there and saying, "Oh my God, Jason like put up a half naked man or whatever." So the board was Dark Temptations, and it's about taboo stuff, but it was tasteful, okay. Um, but all of a sudden they just took it down, and so what I did was I have not used Pinterest in over a year or more. So, yeah, when they said we've taken down your board, if you want to dispute this, and I just replied, "Fuck you," and all your boards, take all my boards down. I don't give a shit. Of course, I don't get a reply. But yeah, that was my Pinterest story. It's like, oh, God forbid you actually have um, um, sexuality on, online. I mean, my God. So yeah, they can go screw themselves. And then I got in trouble. Maybe I should use that. Okay, just shut up. I'll say it later. Okay, so group one. Oh, cool. The Knight of Swords. So, can I actually, is that, there we go. The Knight of Swords. So, for those of you, for this week, for you guys, group one, the Knight energy of Swords has to do with the coming or going of an important matter. Or of not, I wouldn't say a serious matter. And just to get some clarification, you know me. Let's see. Okay, so the matter has to do with the heart, emotions. Let me see. Okay, come on. There we go. So what I'm really kind of looking at is yeah, she's holding that heart. Well, it looks like a heart, but actually, she's holding rose petals to her cheek. Part of this has to do with group one. Is well, swords have to do with communication, and for those of you, this is also a military connection. So I'm thinking military strategy. It's almost like you're thinking, okay, come on, focus. Here we go. I got a new camera, guys. So the Knight of Swords is saying, okay, I'm coming or going. That'll be up to you guys to decide if he is coming or going with this issue related to it's almost like I feel like it's a breakup of some kind, or sorrow concerning well, yeah, it's more emotional. It could be concerned with family, with a relationship, with work, and then wonderful Stephen Farmer this year. Okay, here's the good news. This is by Stephen Farmer Earth Magic deck, and this is the Green Man. It's synergy. So what this is it's like hang in there, because it's like really I don't see a choice in the matter for you guys, group one, because I feel like yeah, for those of you who feel like, okay, this has been coming for a while, and it's almost here, or it's here in your life, then you're the female here. I'm not saying that if you're a guy, you're the female. I mean, you know, But what she's doing is it's almost like I have to let go of something. I have to let go of these emotional connections that I have to do with. Lance's Aries, he's got a meeting tomorrow about possible big changes. Okay, I will answer that. So, but yeah, this is actually for those of you, this is the matter of coming or going of an emotional nature, but it's also strategy. The swords are all about strategy, and the thing that I'm being told to say is, with the three of swords, is okay. It's fine that she's holding on to the rose petals, but oh come on, focus, not me. She's forgetting that there are three swords in the back, and she can use those swords as resources. So you guys have resources that you're not looking at. All right. So, but when you find those resources, and these are mental resources, the swords have to do with mental resources. And even though it's a card of sometimes it's depression, sometimes it's sorrow. It's also a period of transformation. And that's kind of what we're all going through right now with the whole Piscean energy. And then what comes up though in the outcome for this week is synergy. So your whole thing is about synergy, which I'm kind of like trying to see if there's anything in there. Well, yeah, it's just a beautiful. It's just a beautiful green garden. That's the Green Man, and it's kind of fitting for springtime coming up there. So that is for you guys, Group 1. Okay, Group 2. Goes a little bit faster. So whenever I'm doing the Group 1 and Group 2. So let's see. All right. Oh, well, I just did the 2. So, okay. So Group 2. God, okay. Pisces is all about water and so forth. So we have, we have the Empress reversed, okay, which our job is to can't do this. Oh, shit. So our job is to turn that around, okay. The Empress has to do with pregnancy, and no, I'm not saying you guys are pregnant. It is abundance. It's motherhood. It's this reading for Group 2 is all about feelings, whereas Group 1 is about thinking and strategy. The Empress here, what I'm looking at is news, because right up here is is that a dove or something? Yeah, it's a dove. So the dove is bringing you news. It's actually a peaceful news, but for some reason I feel like since it was reversed, it's almost like, okay, I'm not feeling too productive right now, Jason. Some of you may think I need a big swift kick in the ass. Well, hey, I do too. So, and it's interesting because I picked Group 2 here. So I'm with you. So yeah, and this is also the Venus card. So part of it is learning to say, okay, accept what I have materially, but also emotionally. All right. So I see two groups within group two. One would be, okay, I want to get somewhere in my job or in my finances, but again, it's not where I want to be because it's reversed. The other thing is that when it's reversed, it means you're scattering your energies way too much. So part of this is learning to use, like today, actually tomorrow, and even Tuesday and Wednesday, when the moon is in Taurus, to really, really focus on what's leaking, or what is dissipating, whether it's finances or your thoughts or your lack of concentration, whatever. Okay, so but something tells me that within this next week you're going to be getting some good news. That is, if you turn that frown upside down. I know, fucking cheesy. I am so horrible. But here's the good news. Okay, what's connecting to it? So we have kind of dissipation. The news is the world. Actually, I love this deck. It's I forget which deck it is, but the world, and the world is has to do with completion. Okay, arriving at a state of completion, and it's almost like congratulations. All right, so I feel like for group two, this is going to be within the next week to okay, yeah, the world, the next week to the next 3 weeks, because it's 21. 2 and 1 is 3. So I just feel like 3 weeks. If you're working on a major project, 3 months. All right. So that's for you guys, group two, for me too. And then to seal the deal, okay. All right. Hey, I love fairies. Beautiful. Fairies. Earth magic. I don't know if I told you, but springtime is my most favorite time of the year because, and don't get me wrong, I do love winter, but I have to be outside. I have to be outside and doing stuff. I can't, I just, it's very depressing. But the fairy energy, if you believe in them, if you don't, think of them as an archetype. This is fun, playful energy, okay? And it's reminding you, okay, once you get that news, or the dove that's bringing that instruction. That's why I feel like it's instructions, whether it be from your subconscious mind, which is connected to water. That's going to give you. Yeah, it's your intuition. The fairies are very fickle. All right, I love fairies because, and no jokes. The thing is with fairies, they're playful, but they're also very serious. They can also be very serious. You don't want to fuck with them. They're elementals. I mean, again, I believe in it. I believe in magic, and I've seen fairies, and they have a lot of energy. So they live in another. They live in our world, but they live in the other dimensional astral realm, much like Bigfoot and all the other archetypes. So yeah, but fairies are playful though, and the fairies are saying that it's like, okay, Earth magic. It's just basically saying, hey, we're going into Aries, spring, and then Taurus, which is the first Earth sign. So I feel like, yeah, by I want to say Taurus, which, let's see, March, and then April. April will be that time, but come on. Or, okay, focusing on me, focusing on what. But yeah. March will be that time where you'll see those results. Okay, so just again, the dove. I just have a feeling that's your intuition. I feel like it's also information coming from your subconscious, your dreams, and again, Piscean energy. Whether we like it or not, sometimes we just have to relax and calm our minds so that we can receive that information. So, Lance is Aries. He's go figure. I keep forgetting that he's Aries. He's got a meeting tomorrow about possible big changes. Okay, so yeah, since why not? Let me draw a card, Lance, for you. First of all, let's see here. Okay, so tomorrow, Lance, I want to make sure. Let me check something really quick because I believe. Oh, for God's sake. So the moon, let me go back here. Okay, dashboard. The moon is in Aries right now. As far as like when does it go into Taurus? Yeah, it goes into Taurus, I believe. It'll go into Taurus on Tuesday. So it's still in Aries. So tomorrow lands, your moon is in Aries and it's waxing. Take advantage of it. That's a good thing. You will need to, Lord or Lance, do you guys know where where Lance's moon is? Where his moon is in his chart, like is it in the fourth or what sign it's in? I'm just kind of curious. If not, I can get with you guys later. But yeah. Right now though, okay, no. So even though you don't know where your moon is in your birth chart, the good news is you have that Aries energy where the moon is now, and it's waxing. So as long as you sit down tonight, and I know it sounds stupid, or I would say write it out because when you literally put pen to paper, your mind is subconsciously manifesting it on the paper. It's just a psychology thing, and write down what you want as a result of this meeting tomorrow, and. Since you're in Aries, yeah, I'm not really surprised that you're in Aries because when you want to, you can get your shit done. All right. I normally don't go into stereotype. All right, but it's like basically with evolutionary astrology, with the sign of Aries, it's more okay. I am a spiritual warrior. I was put on this earth to survive, all right, but also to protect those I love, all right. So yeah, that's the meeting is at that time tomorrow is a good meeting. And as far as like, let me see if I can get a little bit of make sure I get these shuffled. Correctly. Let's pop in that here some. Okay, so well, with the big changes, it's the Chariot reverse, but it's not a bad thing. Okay, come on. There we go. So the Chariot, I'm gonna be careful because I need to. All right, there you go. The Chariot has to do with Okay, if I do this, maybe this will, there we go. So the Chariot, okay, there we go. The Chariot has to do with triumph, success. It has to do with control, and also transportation. It's a card of transportation. So I'm not sure if it has to do with transportation or what, but or going from one thing to another, Lance. But yeah, that's what I'm picking up. The thing is it's almost like the reason why you're going to this meeting is because it's to take this and turn it upright, and get those results where it is a good triumph. So that's how I feel like they need you in that meeting, and that's what you guys are going to be discussing. So I hope that makes sense. So yeah, anyone else? Anyone else who has questions? It's kind of nice. Well, okay. So what I'm gonna do? I love these cards, these animal cards, by Stephen Farmer. So it's the animal power deck. All right, and so what we're going to do is just a really quick run through with. Oh, sure. You're welcome, Lance. I miss you guys. So let's see. Let's go for Aries since we're on a roll with Lance here. And so if you're in Aries or Aries rising, this is for you. So okay, you got the steel. And before I show it to you, the seal is imagination. Immerse yourself in artistic and creative expression. So that's for Aries, and it's kind of well, yeah, there you go. So let's look up seal, because I mean, to me, it's like, it speaks for itself. But these are cards that we used when I went to California for the first time to meet Jerry, and she had a deck, and I remember having this deck, and I think I gave it away, and then when I got back home, I was like, I have this. So seal. Okay, here we go. Your subconscious mind is the playground of your imagination, which waits to be called out by your willingness to unleash the bonds of personal convention and societal restraint, to challenge and surpass the usual limits you've placed on yourself regarding artistic expression. Now, to me, it's like, okay, artistic expression, I'm going to just say in general, expression, period. So Aries, yeah, it's like now's the time to really, to just express it. And then it goes on, then to release your familiar sense of identity and stress the boundaries of your creative mind. So if you have those creative thoughts in there, up there, let them out. It's not a matter of believing or disbelieving that you have talent for any kind of creative pursuits. It's a matter of surrendering to the imaginative impulse that's beginning to be expressed in some form. Okay, so yeah. In addition, basically, it's drop those restrictions and just, yeah. It's like, be playful. Seals are really playful, and they're cute too. So Aries. So okay, who's next? Who's Taurus? Any Tauruses in the house? Oh, if you're rewatching, if you're a Taurus, this is for you. It'd be funny as hell if I got the bull. Yeah. So okay, Coyote. Now, see, here's one thing that really irritates the fuck out of me is who the hell says coyotes? And so I'm so sorry if you guys say that. Um, I don't know. I've always been told it's coyote, but anyway, wise fool. Accept your follies and find the teaching in them. So Taurus, for this particular time, accept your follies and find the teaching in them. So if you made some mistakes here lately, it's okay. I mean, it's and you learn from them. That's how we learn. I screw up all the time. All the time. But you know what? I get better each time. So okay. So coyote. Okay. Wise fool. Accept your follies and find the teaching in them. Pause for a moment. Think of those times when you've acted thoughtless or foolish, perhaps even recently. Now, hell, we have never done that. Any of the signs. How did you feel? Embarrassed? Ashamed? Well, it's time to let it go, to stop attacking or shaming yourself. It's not just about forgiving yourself or blandly accepting these instances. It goes way beyond that to loving the fool inside. And that's cool because we all have that fool, the foolish person inside who kind of fools around, but who's also kind of ignorant. Hell, I'm ignorant of many things, and that's why I'm always learning. So, but yeah, it goes way beyond that to loving the fool inside, that part of you with such childlike innocence behaves in a way that sometimes brings on social or self-condemnation. We have a hell of a lot of that coming on us. But you can't say this, you can't do that, you can't, you can't say use male or female and all that shit. So anyway, okay, so to sincerely and deeply love that part of you surpasses rote forgiveness or blind acceptance. It opens you to loving yourself unconditionally as well as loving the foibles of others. At my age, of others in my life, it's so hilarious when they fuck up. I love them all the more. I mean, because we all fuck up. We all have mistakes. So the burden of such shame is too great for anyone to carry. You must see these idiosyncrasies with a sense of humor. See, I'm psychic. And no, I didn't memorize this. When you do something foolish, the sooner you can laugh about it with yourself, not at yourself, the sooner you can move to a place of true acceptance. All right? That is for you guys, Taurus. Who knows? For those of you who are Taurus, you may be meeting another wise fool, the coyote. Or hey, if it's coyote, I'm not gonna judge you. So, okay. Gemini, Catherine, raccoon. It says resourcefulness. You have all the resources you need. And actually, this is for all of us. You have all the resources you need. So, raccoon. This is going to go quicker than I thought. Okay, so raccoon. I love raccoons. They're so sweet. Well, I can't say they're sweet. They're little shits, actually. They keep eating my our kitty cats. Not our kitty cats, but parents that they come up on the farm and they eat the cat food. So, but now my brother Kevin's out there, and there's a shotgun. So, yeah, just a little bit of warning. Those raccoons better watch it because he's not afraid to use that shotgun. So, yeah, but do you think honestly that the raccoons are turning into this? Right. But resourcefulness. They are resourceful. You have all the resources you need. So, Gemini, everything you need is right in front of you. If you only look. If you only look. So this is if you're Gemini rising or if you have the sun sign of Gemini. There's no need to be fussing about this and that. I love this. Catherine. She's going to kill me. Creating drama and turmoil, worrying about whether you'll have enough the next hour, the next day, or the next week. Whatever you need will be there. You might have to forage a little. So some of you Geminis are like going through some resource issues, and that's okay. Just trust in the process. But it will come through. Trust that. There's nothing to fret or worry about. Not really. Use your brain and your intuition. Use partnership. I'm sorry. Use your brain and your intuition in partnership. I'm also thinking, actually, for you Geminis, some of you will be getting into a partnership with this. So, because raccoons are resourceful. I mean, they all come. They're not like in a 22 will make less of a mess. Okay, I think he has one. So yeah, I know people. We're talking about, God forbid, we're talking about GUNS. Yeah, I have to do that because it's YouTube. So, but yeah. So using your brain or intuition. At first, it may not be obvious where to look. That's why you have to poke around a bit until you turn up what you need for this or any other situations. Sometimes when you follow your hunch and look under the couch, you find the lost wallet and so forth. So I do that all the time too. So basically, relax, chill out, use your intuition. If resources are a thing for you right now, yeah, especially with what we're going through with the moon phases here. So, okay, Cancer. Okay, beautiful. The elephant. Resolve. You will overcome any obstacles. So, I love elephants. Resolve. So for those of you who are Cancerians or Cancers, you got the elephant for this month or this time period. I'm not going to do that these cards all the time because I don't want to. So let me look up the elephant here for the Cancer. Who's Cancer in here? Who do you know who's Cancer? So elefante. Resolve. You are overcoming. Okay, so move forward toward the fulfillment of your heart's desire. Beautiful. This is so Cancer. Let nothing stop you. If your goals and intention are spirit driven, then it's only your ego's fear and discouragement that will stop you from achieving it. Dispel any resistance along the way until you reach your destination, or this is you, Joyce, or accomplish your goal. Be the mightiest of warriors and see yourself as triumphant in. Look, I got 2 kitty cats. That's yeah. There's Ninja, and that's a big fat Lily in the back. Look at that. Look at that. That dent I cannot get it out. Yeah. So anyway, okay, I'll finish. Okay. So, and I'm going to reread a little bit because I know. So, despite any resistance along the way until you reach your destination or accomplish your goal, be the mightiest of warriors and see yourself as triumphant in your quest. That is so important. And I'm getting goosebumps for you, Joyce. Okay, there's someone coming through. I normally don't do this, but I guess I do. There's a mom, grandmother coming through. Very lovely, very warm, and she's coming through for you, Joyce. I feel like she's on mom's side. Don't argue with me. It's funny whenever I said she said, excuse me, I am a she. Okay, so, but yeah, I'm picking up, yeah, it's mom, grandmother. And she, just to be more specific, is it illness like cancer or complications from one thing but dying from another thing? But she's coming through with love, and she says that she's here to help you with those obstacles. So yeah, just know that she's here. I wish I could give you more information, but so okay. So you have an important mission, right? There's no point in dilly-dallying around, finding all sorts of distractions. I'm so good at that. So you can avoid your destiny. Don't yield to temptations that entice you from your path. It's time to live your life according to the drive and desire of your inner spirit. Don't let yourself be stopped by someone else's disapproval. That right there, and yeah, that's Cancer, right? So that's my sister. She's a Cancer. So that's oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, sweetheart. Yeah, they pop through. So when they do, it's like I can't help, or they'll keep bugging me. So okay, let's see. Cancer. Virgo. Yeah, Virgo. Virgo and then Libra. So Virgo. Oh, my favorite. Dragonfly. It's illusion, and it's interesting. You know who you really are. Isn't that pretty? So the dragonfly, I'll read it from the book, but the dragonfly, you know who you really are. Illusion, dragonfly, illusion. We've been talking about this with Neptune, the planet of illusion. It's not necessarily a bad planet because it does dissolve boundaries. And it helps us to actually see the other side in certain circumstances. Dragonflies actually are also signs from your loved ones too. So let me go to okay. Dragonfly, come on, here we go. Well, okay. So you are a master of illusion. Okay, so this is for Virgo, all right? Particularly in the guises you wear for others. This is a gift that was born in the travails of your childhood, an adaptation that once served you well. These masks do serve a purpose because you can be whoever you need to be in any situation. Yet it can also be easy to fool yourself into thinking that anything or anyone of these personas are the real you. So what I'm taking that to mean, though, because I'm not all of you were born with different I mean, we all were born with different masks that we wear. But right now for you Virgos, it's time to stop with the thinking and the roles and really just be who you are. And right now, guess what, Virgo? That's the challenge that you guys are going to have over the next. I'm looking at the date here over the next 2.5 weeks, because it's going to really force you to. It's like, well, no, I can't analyze this, or I can't break it into parts anymore. So I'm going to start to see more of my identity bubble up to the surface more. So, yeah, the truth is you don't need to rely on the false personas anymore. Occasionally they will come in handy, which they do. We do live in society, but at this point, it's time to let the real you, of who you are, show up in all your varied expressions and manifestations. So, yeah, for Virgo, yeah, let your hair down. Uh, just speak your truth. Well, you're going to be forced to either, well, no one can force you to relax, but Virgo and Capricorns, yeah, what we're going through right now, it's wise that who else? I'm not worried about Taurus so much, because Taurians are like, I'm already relaxed anyway. But Capricorns and Virgos, yeah. With this coming storm front, with Mercury and Neptune and all this up in the squares and stuff, it's going to force us to relax. It's actually, it's not going to force us. I'm saying relax, or if you fight it, you're not going to win. You're going to be more bitchy, and you're going to be more irritable than normal. And Scorpio too, even though Pisces and Scorpio are water signs. Scorpios are, yeah, they like to think about things, and during this time, it's not. You can think things through, just don't overanalyze it, Virgo. So anyway, so that's the dragonfly. So Libra. Okay, shuffle. Oh, this is cool. The links. The links. Discernment. Look beyond immediate appearances. The links. Such a pretty little kitty cat. I want one. I'll probably tear the shit out of me the first night. Anyway. So links. Look beyond immediate appearances. So it's more like, especially now, don't settle for appearances, especially right now, because Pisces, Neptune, Mercury, Neptune, and Pisces are together. Neptune is at home in Pisces. So I know, Jason, shut the hell up and read the thing. Let's see, links. Here we go. You're missing something. Go figure. By focusing on the outer appearance of the situation or person, that's the object of your inquiry. So for those of you Libra who are focusing on some goal or a person that you want to know more about, this is saying use more of a soft focus with your vision or hearing, and at the same time pay attention to any physical or intuitive cues, which it's right up your alley, because Libra, this is air. You're an air sign. Count on that communication. Communication is more than just talking. It's more. It's also reading body language. It's also intuiting with your mind. So yeah. So just pay attention to those intuitive cues. Let's see. As they surface up, You evaluate them. As I said, there's more to the story than meets the eye. Ha! In this case, the truth is what's behind the story. One way to develop this skill is to get away from the noise of your usual surroundings. So Libra, don't take it. I'm not saying take a day or 2 days or a weekend. You might want to do that over the next month or 3 months, because I'm kind of doing these for the next 3 to 6 months. So yeah. So if you're inquiring about something, if you're really wanting to know about, like, okay, I want to, I want to look into this new job. I want to look into, this new guy that I'm dating or whatever. Taking a trip, out of your usual surroundings, away from the noise, and listening to your intuition. That's what the links is all about. It's, let's see, gain weight first. Notice the feeling, the sound of your breathing and your heartbeat. It's more like meditation. Meditate. Additional associations, confidentiality, stealth, privacy, and inner vision. So pretty powerful. So, okay, Scorpio, right? Okay. Scorpio, deer, and Pathfinder, trust your instincts to guide you through this situation. So for Scorpio, trusting your instincts, you are pretty good about that. The Scorpios are the archetype of the natural detective. So you guys are naturally like, okay, I want to find out how this guy or girl ticks, or how does this work? How does that work? And it's interesting because I have a lot of Scorpio people around me. I love Scorpios, so. And I think, Alex is a Scorpio. I don't know if she's in the chat room, but if she's not, I love you, Alex. So dear, my dear, let's see. I love deer. I mean, you see them all over the place at mom and dad. Oh, I love you too, sweetie. So deer. Well, actually, I'm on the right track. So yeah, Scorpio, deer, Pathfinder. Where am I losing my place here? Okay, dolphin. See, this book is like in, I don't even know my freaking ABC. So okay, so it's trusting your instincts. It's to guide you through the situation. So those of you Scorpios, I just pick whatever the situation that comes to you intuitively. As I read this, it's a big forest out there, and I'm sure you feel a little lost sometimes. Let me tell you, however, that the path is well marked, even if you can't always make it out at any given moment. Come to your senses, literally, and stop thinking so much about it. My God, this is so freaking Scorpio. It's so freaking John. Too. He's upstairs. So stop thinking so much about it. And I can say this to you, Alex, too. Or at least stop trying to figure out what to do or which way to go by analysis and cogitation or cogitation. So use your eyes, ears, and nose to gather information. Then drop your awareness into your gut, which is the seat of your instinctual self. Your senses are meant to register information in a way that can be felt in the body. And that's one way that I tell Scorpios who are like that. Not all Scorpios are like that. But yeah, it's like, okay, get out of your head and feel it where it is in your body. And it's the most reliable compass. The mind is useful. Don't get me wrong, but it's much overrated, and all those random or obsessive thoughts can get in the way of pure awareness. Pure awareness means without preconceived notions. It's hard because we all have those stereotypes that of how we should be, or um, it's like, okay, Jason, you're a sidekick. Where's the crystal ball? I'm like, it's over there, bitch. Seriously, I get these smart asses that say, okay, well, where's the beaded curtains? Do you read palms? I do. It's fun, but yeah, we all have these preconceived notions. But pure awareness means without preconceived notions, anxiety or anticipation. That's hard. Okay, that's a hard one because, I mean, I have so many. I anticipate a lot for things. Just close your eyes, breathe deeply, and easily clear your mind, and you'll know what to do and to find your way through. And the additional association is gentleness, cunning, grace, and purity. So for the Scorpios, I would just imagine meditating that you're sitting in a field or like a prairie with a deer next to you, and you're feeding that deer. You're not thinking about the problem that you're encountering, okay? You're just setting that aside and saying, okay, guides, my spirit guides or God, show me what I need to see, all right? And then go into meditation and just visualize feeding that deer and see what comes to you, okay? So Capricorn, this is Capricorn, me, which is me, or it's sun sign or ascendant, the owl. Okay, so the owl, which is omens, pay attention to signs. They're all around us, and I needed this. It's almost like if this were a brick, all right, I'd be like, boom, because I needed this reminder. I do see an owl. Hi, Katie. Katie, I love you, Kate Green. Good to see you around here. So the owl, to me, whenever I need a sign, not whenever, but whenever I really need a sign, I'll be damned, an owl. I will see one, or at least my attention will go to an owl that's like on a telephone pole line, or even, of course, out in the country too. So obviously, I just opened it right up to it. So Capricorns, omens. Pay attention to signs. To find the answer you're seeking, it's extremely important to pay attention to signs, especially repetitive ones. Okay, so Capricorn, get out of your fucking head. I'm talking to me, all right? Jason, get out of your fucking head and pay attention to the signs, all right? Because I'm always in my head. Well, actually, I'm in and out because, yeah. So, repetitive ones, these are the clues that you can see, hear, or feel around you. Sometimes they're subtle, sometimes very obvious. And it's so funny how the obvious ones are the ones that we miss. These messages may come through a conversation you ever hear, a newspaper headline you just happen to glance at, a friend calling on the phone, or any number of other ways. The key is to just be open at this most auspicious time lucky time for guidance in the form of these omens. Okay, so and these are not random occurrences. No, I believe that everything. When we say coincidence, actually the name, the word coincidence means happening at the same time. When people will say, "Oh, that's just a coincidence." Oh, good night, sweetheart. We're on the 12 on the Google Bus. Okay, good night, Laura. Sweet dreams. So with this, it's like it's almost like with the word coincidence, it means that I love the phrase coincidence is when God chooses not to reveal himself in it, or when he chooses to be anonymous, right? Or he or she. I like that. So these are not random occurrences, although they appear outside of your own skin. They're responding to a call that your soul is making. So our souls energetically attract what we need. All right, we attract the people into our life that we need the most at that time. So that's for us. So pay attention to the omens, the owl. So okay, we got hi Daisy May. Daisy's coming in to say hello. Oh, so you have the whole clan here. All we need is John, right? Okay. By the way, thank you for your prayers. Daisy May is doing fantastic, and yeah, John's like doing his own thing over there, and looking at big old heavy little fat Lily. Yeah, so okay, she's not fat; she's pleasantly plump, pleasantly plump. So okay, so gotcha. So Aquarius, the cougar. All right. How many of you are cougars out there? I like cougars. Okay, probably didn't get that. Be bold and take charge. Confidence. So Aquarians. Be bold and take charge. The cougar. She don't put up with. Well, cougars don't put up with crap. They just actually take charge and go for what they want. And I'm not talking about the older women. Well, although, yeah, I guess if you're an older woman cougar, they do take charge. So there's nothing wrong with that. Wherever floats your boat. And I've met a couple of cougars that are really cougary. Okay, cougar. Here we go. So, Aquarians, you're being called to take a role of leadership. And it's natural for certain fears and considerations to surface, such as, will I be seen as arrogant, bullying, or full of myself? Will others listen to me? Will I be challenged? The truth is, these are all possible. You need to just get over it. Rise above all these mind-made, I'm going to say man-made beliefs, these fears, and just heed the call. Whether you realize it or not, you're a natural leader, and there's no need to diminish the hard-earned skills you've learned through the life lessons just so that you can play it safe. So for those of you who are Aquarius rising, it's not the time for you to be safe. And it's time to rise up, and if you're in a leadership role, claim it. If you're not, I'm not saying that you need to be in a leadership role. It's just finding your voice. If you need to speak up, I feel like half of you Aquarians watching this need to just find that that focus and that conviction, just to move forward and push through that blockage that you're facing right now. So you will be judged. Count on it. What that? I mean, when we speak up for ourselves, we're going to be judged. And you know what? That is when you can say inside. Sometimes I actually say it out on the outside. Fuck off. Um, that's just me. That's just at my age. I'm like, I don't have time for stupid. Um, and there's a lot of stupidity out there. So, and people say, well, that's not too spiritual. I'm a human being, okay? I am a spirit within a human body. I have an ego. We all have egos, and from time to time, the ego takes control. The cougar, though, is where actually the ego is in check, and the natural leader comes out. The natural person who has that conviction comes out. So yes. So don't mistake ego-driven stubbornness and willfulness for determination. Okay, that's what I just said. Listen to the voice of your inner nature and the wisdom gathered from experience to guide your choices. Acknowledge that everyone, including everyone else, has to make their own choices, including their response to you. So they can respond in a shitty way, but hey, as long as you are showing your true power and you're owning it and doing it in the right way, then that's their problem. So, okay, Pisces, which is baby Foster. I don't know if Miss Shayla. Oh my God, this is so cute. Oh, this is for you, baby Foster. Baby Foster was born a couple of days ago. And he's just so cute. I wish I could find a picture of him maybe next time. So, koala, isn't that so cute? So, Pisces. Let's see. Empathy. Speak less and listen more. Empathy. Speak less and listen more. So, isn't it interesting how all these cards are like dead on with the signs? Okay, koala. No, I want koala. Give me the koala. Here you go. Okay. So empathy, speak less and listen more. It seems that a lot of folks use lots of words, many more than are really needed. It's rather narrow to consider communication to always be about words. Yeah, that's true. You can fill the air with words and sometimes even use them to cloud deeper sentiments and feelings. Talking so much can take away from the elegant pleasures inherent in stillness. So the koala is a very, oh gosh, silent, furry, fuzzy, slow animal. As the old adage goes, be still and know I am, or be still and know I am God. Talk less and you'll find immense opportunities to not only listen, but to really hear. So here's, and I'm not going to get to the rest of it because I got it. For you Pisces, right now though, we're in about less than 7 days, we're going to Aries. So for the sign of Pisces, yeah, the sun is in Pisces. It's your solar return, and the sun is in your sign. That's great, but things are going to start to really ratchet up here soon. So it's important that as it gets more noisy, for you to become less noisy and more just receptive and listen. I just have a feeling for you Pisces, if you listen clearly, you're gonna get some major answers, some really deep shit coming your way. So for those of you who are Pisces or Pisces rising, this is big for you, because it's like, okay, I need to be still and know that I am, and then just listen to what they're talking about, listen to what your boss is talking about, or listen to what the stocks are doing and stuff like that. So that is the completion of all the zodiac. And I don't know if you guys like the animal cards. Let me know, and I'll keep them. Well, I'm not gonna throw them away, but yeah, and we're at the right time. I'm actually on time for once. Go freaking figure. So but yeah, thank you for tuning in, and it was great to see all of you. And yeah, I know it's Sunday night, so tomorrow for a lot of us it's a work day. For some of us, it's a day off, whatever. But it was great to have you here at in my office slash animal room. But yes, I will. It's either Wednesday or Thursday, and what we'll be talking about in the next stream live stream will be. Love you too, Tony. Love you all. I love you, Alex and Joyce and Lance, Laura, Shayla, all of you. But yeah, next time I'll be talking about the Mercury and the signs that Mercury and Pisces throughout the signs and how they affect each of you individually. So it'll be kind of like a detailed horoscope. So and Kate, good to see you. Love you too. And you're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm gonna get off here and just relax, probably sleep some more. But yes, all you have to do is go to my Facebook and just watch it, and I'll put up the thing. If you haven't like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because it'll let you know when I go on live again, just in case you don't have it in your calendar. And what else? All of you in here, okay, all of you in the chat, and those of you who have tuned in, and those of you who are in the chat, I don't think you have to comment in the comment section below, but if you're rewatching, okay, yes, start Afterlife, yes, Afterlife on Netflix. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to kind of chill out and watch that. Thank you, Tony. But next time I'm going to be giving away $100 in a coupon code for one person who likes, well, actually subscribes and comments on this section below. Like I said, you guys don't have to, because I think I can replay the chat and get your names in the drawing. So, but yeah, I'll draw that next time, and I'll let you know who wins. It's $100. So it's either a half-hour reading, or you can put it towards an hour reading. So, or an hour and a half reading. So, but have a beautiful Sunday evening, and thank you for being with me. And love you guys, and I love you, Joyce. And as always, it's a pleasure. So have a great week. I'm going to see if I can find the end. Okay, so have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Good night.